I really think this episode should be geared towards like our emotions and stuff like that. And lately, I feel like you haven't really given me a whole lot of time and space to talk. So if you would, please don't step on my toes. There are a few things that I want to talk about. Like, I don't know. Work's been tough lately. I'm 30 years old, and I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't have any kids. I mean, I do have a beautiful home. An amazing home that I own myself and just me. But there are just a lot of things in my life that I feel like I haven't accomplished enough, and I kind of want to get that off my chest. You know what I mean? And the last couple of episodes, I feel like you've been talking a lot. And I don't think you're really listening to me. So I think this episode, I really want you to sit back, let me take the lead, and just go with it, and just bring this energy. I think this is perfect, actually. This is. So can we keep this going? Okay, you ready? I don't want to stop the momentum, so let's go ahead and get into the episode. Here we go. 3, 2. Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden. And thank you for joining another episode. I feel like this may be the best episode yet. We had a little pre-podcast talk, and I feel like I'm ready to go. Like, this is the best I've felt about any episode that we've ever done. You've actually started to listen to me, and I really appreciate that. You know what? I don't think we can get any better than this.
What the hell is going on? Who is that?
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Hold on. Why is his mouth wet? And why does it look like you've been kissing him?
I've been lonely. And this is honestly the best you've ever looked. Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden. And we're back at it again, bro. Hey, why is your ass in my face? Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden. What's up, baby? You looking good, dude. Best you ever did.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
Honestly, do you think that it would be weird to practice kissing or other oral things on this plate?
Kissing, you probably need help with it, so yeah.
Hey, you know for a fact that I don't.
Oh, okay.
From the women that I have kissed on the mouth, all of the one of them.
Yeah.
But also, I think I would get a paper cut on my tongue, and I don't want that.
I think it would prepare you for some of the women that are out there, because to be honest,
they're getting very skinny.
That and... Dude, have you realized that?
Can I throw this?
Yeah, get that out of here. I thought in high school, I thought everyone knew how to kiss. Turns out, everyone does not know how to kiss.
How did you
I thought it was just like because
already Colton, if he knows he's about to brag, but he doesn't want to brag.
No,
it's not a douchey.
No, it's not a brag.
Oh, is it not? Because you're like, you know how I knew.
No, it's not a brag. It's a me talking mess about someone that doesn't know how to kiss.
Oh.
And I won't say their name. I'm not gonna say their name.
Straw that broke the lesbian's back, girl.
No. She could kiss really well. The first couple of girls that I dated knew how to kiss.
Yeah.
And so that was the thing, is like the first couple of girls that I kissed.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I'm not going to say who it is.
How to kiss. And then this one didn't. And I was like, what's going on here? And then turns out a couple years later, she learned how to kiss.
All right. It is exactly who I think it is.
Okay, no.
I mean, of course I'm going to leave that in, but
no.
Hey, so what were you saying just before we started recording about my hair? Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm letting it down on this side today, and I'm poofy on this side, and I thought it was good. Also, this headband my best friend bought me.
By the way, I did buy you that.
No, great.
I'm your best friend.
Well, apparently you don't know what the hell I look like. You
Well,
think I look like a plate, and a fat one at that. Also, honestly. I hope I'm able to. I think I may just put all the bloopers after the like skit.
Oh man.
Just after.
Oh man.
And maybe I'll just put them in
I was
right
like
here.
crying.
But none of what I was saying back there can go in
Well, yeah.
at all. But also, he was way fatter than I am.
Yeah. I don't know how I didn't
Way
know.
fatter. I didn't believe that at all. I don't know how I didn't know. You know how whenever you ask someone that is like that doesn't do like acting or hasn't ever done acting before to be in a video and for them to act and they're not very good.
Yeah.
That was what I just got for that. You go, no, I did not know how I didn't know.
But what I do want to say is,
Oh, yeah.
for all the people out there, and there have been a couple that have told Drew to cut his hair, you can go yourself because I love your hair and I don't want you to cut it anytime soon. It looks incredible, and I'm living vicariously through you for sure, because I can't grow hair at all.
You have a really nice beard though. The bushier it is, the better, honestly.
Yep.
I was going to do like a pun, but I couldn't think of one off the top of my so I didn't. And also, thank you for letting me. I also used to think it was bi-curiously through. Like when you say, I want to live bi-curiously.
Vicariously? I like that.
Like if you say that you think another guy is handsome, you're like, man, I'd love to live bi-curiously through him. And then someone's like, are you gay?
Yeah. I mean, I just want to live through him and also kiss guys.
Yeah, I mean,
Along with girls.
Maybe I just want to live bi, not curious, because I know what it's like to live gay. Never mind, that didn't work. Did you know that I was watching college football yesterday? ADHD episode, by the way. It's just coming in. And there is a guy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And this is 100% such a childish thing to think. Mm-hmm. But there was a linebacker on, I think it was either Virginia Tech or some other college football team. And the guy's last name, and it's a last name, so you can't get mad at me for pronouncing it, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Fagot.
Okay.
But it's spelled Fagot.
Oh.
And then of course, I was at my friend Josh's housewarming party. By the way, congrats on the house, Josh.
Hell yeah.
And we kept going, hey, Josh, you're on TV.
Okay.
And he goes, it doesn't say fat loser on his jersey.
Did I ever tell you about, I don't remember if I talked about this on the podcast, but like several years ago, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a Pitt game. And,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And they were playing, I don't know who, but it was down to a last second field goal attempt for Pitt to win the game. Mm. And the kicker came out onto the field and he missed the field goal. And guess what his last name was?
Never miss or something.
No, it was Blewett.
Oh, God.
I was like, no way.
Oh,
dude, it was great.
No.
I was laughing so hard. I was like,
I thought
you were born for this moment.
I thought I had it with never miss.
Never miss, yeah.
Didn't you ask me this like a week ago and I said the same exact answer? That's going to be
I don't
embarrassing.
remember anything. I don't think did we talk about it on the episode? Or
No, I think we were just in the living room where we always go, if we had a camera.
If there was a camera.
But also, if there was a camera, everyone would know how racist I was.
No, you're not racist. Don't put that out there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to edit that out. No, you know how locker room talk is. This is a big Trump thing. We don't have to talk. But also, real quick, can we just talk about the state of our country just for like less than a minute? I think that we're because has anyone actually listened to Joe Biden speak a sentence? My God. But I will say I'd rather have someone who's we don't have that.
Yeah, I was about to say
I voted for Kanye.
Yeah, I listened to his music. So. That wasn't even that funny.
I was just expecting not that. I think sometimes the funniest things are whenever we talk, like you and I are talking, and then we throw a complete curveball. And that was it. I don't know why it was so funny. It wasn't even a joke. I think it was the way you delivered it. Delivery is big. Like, you know what they say. I'm gonna butcher this joke, but you want to know how you? Never mind, I can't even remember it. But it's like, hey, how do you know? How do you know that you're good at comedy?
I don't.
Timing.
Okay.
And you got to cut them off.
Timing. That's good.
I was hoping you wouldn't go, like, just shrug your shoulders and get me to say anything.
By the way, what are so
Ooh,
we are obviously sipping the same
super straight. You know what?
thing.
Again, I think we've talked about this before about considered straight drinks or whatever, but I've seen a lot of posts about like what is it? Something masculinity. We talked about it with your brother once. Like,
I mean,
oh, geez.
So it wasn't a very intelligible conversation, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I'm just kidding.
It was too smart for me.
Oh,
Went over
yes.
my
I
head.
remember.
Something masculinity,
Yes.
failing, flailing.
I can't remember. I remember he was
Frail.
saying a lot of things, and I'm like, you're making this shit up.
It's something masculinity. So Google whatever word sounds like it should be something masculinity. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that. The boy and
Yes.
girl drinks or whatever. But like, why is it okay for why is it like the only time that you're allowed to drink a quote unquote girly drink as a man is when you're on vacation? Why is that the only time? Because
a good question.
Anytime you go to like the beach or Azkaban or whatever, that would be great to go to, actually.
You know.
But you always get like the fruitiest drinks with the umbrella, the straw. They're like this high.
Tropical sunrises.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Sex on the beach.
Yes.
And then the drink. I'm sorry. That's the dumbest joke ever. Is it flailing masculinity?
I've got a question. So I have still waiting for the right person. I have not had sex yet. But I wonder
Really wish I would have waited on that.
if so clearly I've never had sex, so I don't know. But also I've never had sex on a beach. I can't imagine A, that's comfortable, and B, you're not cleaning out sand out of crevices for weeks, right? I mean, why am I asking? The two of us have sex about the same amount of times as
Dead people do.
name a joke here. I don't know.
I don't
Fill in
have
the
one.
blank.
No, but I always thought it was called sex with the beach, and I never really understood how you got your piss into the sand. I don't know. Clearly, we didn't write anything down for this episode. I mean, we did, but we just wanted to go off the seat of our beach pants. But I will say one of my favorite times of all times was at a beach.
Yeah?
Yep.
What'd
And
you
it
do?
was when I learned what skimboarding was or whatever.
Oh,
Have you
dude.
done that?
I suck at it, but yeah.
That's okay. I figured. There's.
Hey.
I did.
See, here's the thing. So with anything that has to do with balance, I used to have okay balance, and my balance is still like, but it's really difficult to keep your balance when you are walking on pogo sticks. And what I mean by that is I have the smallest feet of any known man person alive. So it's so much when you look at this.
When you get old and you have a walker, no one's gonna know which ones are the walker's legs or which one are yours.
So this guy has the little feet, and it's difficult for him to stand up because he doesn't have a solid base.
That was perfect. When you was like, it's difficult for him to stand up, and he fell over. That was good.
Exactly.
Planned.
So
Comedy.
it's difficult for me to because I don't have a big with my feet. I don't have a big base, so it's difficult to stay and balance. So
Yeah, but
when it comes to
you're athletic and you got nice strong legs.
well, but when you're working with like this much, it's difficult. Like when it comes to skateboarding, when it comes to snowboarding, is okay because you're locked in there. So
And the boots are pretty, for the lack of a better word, girthy in themselves.
yeah, and so you don't have to really worry about that. But like with skateboarding and like surfing and skimboarding and stuff like that, you've got to be able to have a solid foundation to work with, and it's difficult to maneuver little baby feet, and that's what I have.
Well, what
And
is
so,
considered little baby feet in your eyes, Colton?
I mean, anything that's smaller than I don't know. What's the normal shoe size?
I don't really know. And
See, what's weird is
I have big old feet, but
yeah. So most of my friends, you, Greg, and Dylan, all wear 12 or 13s, and
I wear 13 most of the time, but I bought these pairs of just one pair of dress shoes, and they were too small at 13, and I was like, I'm not buying a 14 because I bought the 14 and I switched them out, and they were too big. So figure it out. Why can't shoe sizes peoples that make shoes go, this is what a 13 is, that's what we're going with.
That's what pisses me off about clothes, shoes, hats. It's not universal. So like a medium for Nike could be different than a medium in Under Armour or shit like that. You know what I mean?
They're all made at the same Chinese sweatshop.
Yeah. There's a 12-year-old somewhere making it. By the way, the fact that, so I work at a company that we make a lot of high-tech fancy shit, and sometimes we have difficulty making certain things. And there was someone that I work with was like, I don't understand how we have such a hard time making these products. I know, yes, they're requires a lot of engineering and stuff like that, but we have people here that have engineering degrees, and there are 12-year-old kids in China making iPhones. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're not really making them. They're just like on the assembly line.
They're soldering.
They're soldering?
Yeah, man. Have you ever been to China?
No.
Me neither.
Okay. I've seen pictures. It seems lovely. Or not. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't want ching.
Yeah, I love to eat off of them. So
12-year-old kids?
What? I'm going to say China.
Oh. I don't know. Oh, dude. See, I'm not fancy enough to eat off China because the last time that I did, I don't realize how I keep messing with this thing because I feel like it's not good. None of this is good. But the last time I ate off of China, it was like Thanksgiving, someone's Thanksgiving that I was invited to. But the silverware was too damn heavy, and I dropped it, and it made the loudest noise. Everyone was, and it was like, you know, in a restaurant when someone drops a plate and it crashes, everyone goes,
no.
Oh, yeah. Stop clapping, you
that shit.
Assholes. Yeah, I don't understand why people clap about. Like, if that happens in a restaurant, I'll try. I think just instinctually, I'll look. Is that even the right word? Who cares?
Yeah,
it's right.
You got it.
But I will look, but I won't be like, oh.
Yeah, because I mean, so first of all, the person that works there is making $2.50 an hour.
Yeah,
and then they're relying on the tips to make a living.
Yeah, which no one tips very well, apparently.
Yeah,
and I try to tip as good as good as possible.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're fine. I tip 20.2%. Is that good?
Yeah, 2% is perfect.
Oh, okay. Good.
No, I actually always try to 20% is like my base. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't do a great job, I still do about 20. And then if you do okay, I mean, and this is just because I was a server, so I know how it was.
Yeah.
This is how it was.
That's not
but well, can't say that.
Can't say the other one. But here's my dilemma. The tipping. So here's my dilemma on it, and it'll come back to you. Tipping.
I think it was something else.
No, you were like, my base is 20%. And then
we were talking about something else before that.
Oh, it wasn't important. China.
Kids.
Engineering degrees. We'll come back. We'll come back to the story. No, I'm into it. But here's the problem with keeping a base tip thing. Because sometimes you get a server who just really isn't very friendly
or competent,
or like me. Well, I can't say probably, but or is more like me who can't do the job very well, right? And if they suck, or they don't get your order right, or they're not listening, or they don't smile, or whatever they're supposed to do. Well, I guess it's different with COVID times. But anyway, back in the day when you could go to a restaurant without worrying about if you kissed your server, they would die of AIDS or whatever.
Yeah, which is bullshit, because every time I used to go into a restaurant, I would be like, hey, oh, Melanie, you're our server, thank you. And then I'd French her a little.
Right.
Just to let her know that, like, hey, I'm excited to have you as a server, and this is just the tip. I mean, what are we doing? But so
podcast.
what I was saying.
No, but I was gonna say, yeah. But do you got it?
You got it.
Okay, we'll do
but you
tip
got it.
and then engineering.
I will get it,
and then we'll give Melanie the tip. So no, but like, yeah, if they're bad and you still are, because you're a good guy, you'll still tip the 20%.
I'm a great guy.
even if they're bad. You know what I mean? But if they suck, in my opinion, I'm not gonna give them 20%.
Yeah,
But also, I don't want them to be like, man, that guy sucks. Like they're gonna remember who I am. Maybe they will because of my hair or whatever. And we're funny and we're handsome and tan and tall, very tall, and we both have big feet.
Yeah.
But I don't.
True.
I hate when I think that someone, and this is such a like conceited thing or whatever, like
I'm right there with you.
I hate when I think that someone else is talking shit about me because of what I just did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that's so bad.
What I am afraid of, or what I hate, is if I tip any less than 20%.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people, especially bad servers, still have this perception that they're good at their job.
Right.
And so they think that they did a good job.
Yeah.
And then you only gave them 10% or 15% or whatever it is. And then they point the finger at you and say, you're an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
When they were the one that wasn't good at their job. They never refilled your drink. They got your order wrong. You had, blah, 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 blah. But
yeah, what about, have you seen is it the good old boys or the Christian people that like on the line where it says tip, they write, you served us in the eyes of the Lord or something, that should be enough payment or something. And then they mark it out, the tip. That happened to me one time at Black Eyed Pea. And I'm a very friendly guy. You can walk up to me and I won't slap you until like at least 2 minutes in or whatever.
Yeah.
But this was when I was younger and I didn't hate everyone yet. Mm-hmm. Like when I was like 20.
When you were naive and you thought the world was a beautiful place. Yeah, I remember those moments.
Yeah, there was a shinier twinkle in my eye. Now I think there's just like dust. Anyway, whatever. That wasn't that funny. But like I remember, I walk up to people like, "Hi, I'm Drew. I'm here to serve you," and whatever the hell you're supposed to say. Welcome to Black Eyed Pea. We have cornbread and rolls, right? Mm-hmm. And then the biggest tip I ever got after working there for 2 days. Yes, 2 days. You heard that right. $5.
Yeah.
$5. It also may have been the area I was serving.
So that's where I work. I worked at Chili's in that same area, and it wasn't great.
Yeah.
But
yes, back to your engineering.
What I was gonna say, it wasn't the engineering part.
Okay.
It was so when people clap when you drop something,
mm-hmm.
I find that to be like very condescending and sarcastic.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you. Good job, idiot. And that, to me, for someone that's only making about $2.50 or whatever it is an hour plus tips, it's like, dude, I'm working my ass off for this job, and probably the reason why I dropped these plates is I'm running around like a madman trying to make sure that you're happy, trying to make sure that I get your glass, your glasses stay full and get your plates out to you as soon as possible and have them hot and ready to go, and you're not complaining about them being cold.
Right.
And when I mess up when I'm rushing to do my job to please you,
mm-hmm.
and then I drop it because I was going too fast, and then you go, "Oh, good job, idiot." That's like a spit in the face,
Yeah, and some people are into that, but not me. But like, I think.
Don't lie, you are.
Yeah, I'm into it. You can spit on me, call me names, pull my hair, whatever. That's why I'm growing it out.
Yeah.
No, choke me. There's.
I've never done that before, but
you never choked me? That's not true. You grabbed me by the throat before.
I'll check my dude.
Oh, hey, I like that little Yeti thing that Lindsay got for me. No, I was gonna say it's empty, isn't it? Yeah,
empty.
Nice. Hey, I forgot what I was gonna say honestly, but I know it was about what was it about? Just people. Oh, well. I'm just going to get a big old F wordy here, but these fucking fat people
mm-hmm.
We are really positive today. These fat people who go to a restaurant, and you know what? It's not even fat people. It's the Karens of the world or whatever, where there is literally nothing you can do to please them, and they will complain about literally everything.
Yes.
And there's one instance in my life that happened. I was in the restaurant. I think I was with you. No, I wasn't with you because we would have talked about this before. I think I was with one of my other friends. And but the reason why
you were with your mom,
I was by myself at Whataburger. No, but there was one. It was like a Chili's or some fancy place. And
super fancy.
Yeah, the table behind me was and like just them walking up, I knew I was like, these people are gonna absolutely suck, right? And I guess my point was initially was like, anytime we go out to eat, I mean you and me or whoever the hell. Yeah. I always feel like we're joking with the waiter, waitress, whatever, and saying like, "Hey, we're." Do waiters like hearing like, "Hey, we're like super low key. Don't worry about us. Like, we just like food and water, and that's it." Do they like hearing that, or do they go, "Oh, sure," and then you become like, "Oh, that's a table that thinks that they're cool."
No, I think they like hearing that, but I'm hesitant to say that now because
you're super needy.
No. I mean, in other areas, but yes, but
you do like attention.
I do.
So do I, attention. Though. So let's give it to each other. What the hell are we talking about?
But I'm afraid to say that kind of stuff because in the past we've been like, I'll go to a restaurant, I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, we're chill, we're laid back, blah blah blah, and they're like, okay, so I don't have to come around at all.
Oh,
I don't have to serve you at all.
Right.
I don't have to refill your drinks at all. You're super chill. Yeah. And then you get the negative end of that of like, well, we still want decent service, but we're not going to like go ding, ding, ding. I mean, come on. Hello.
Ooh, what about the ma'am, snapping or hey, sir? That shit can go right out the window because I was at Hooters with Greg in Dallas waiting for a Stars game. It's the only reason we go for the wings. And honestly, we go because the beer is cheap in a bucket. Okay, chill. And also they work very hard. Those guys. Why isn't there like a guy version of Hooters? Like
I think there used to be
like Bulges or
Tallywhackers.
No, are you kidding?
I swear. Look it up. Tallywhackers.
Is it still open?
No,
didn't do very well.
It did not.
I mean, I'm not saying I would go, but why isn't there? Because business women go to lunches together and go whistle at men because well, there was another time at Hooters. Geez, I have 800 stories that I've started. Anyway, so this one time Greg and I were at Hooters waiting for a Stars game to start, and we heard we actually recognized the person over there, but we're not like friends with them.
Yeah. But
we were sitting there eating and drinking and stuff, and then like 4 tables down, I don't know if they saw us, but he was like the waitress just walked away and he goes, ma'am, and like snapped at her. I was like, ma'am. And then I looked at Greg and I was like, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Or have you ever, especially when it comes to places like Hooters or any of those
like Twin Peaks
restaurants or whatever you call them.
Oh God, do they call them that?
Yeah, they call them that.
That's pretty good.
But when they say stuff like, babe, or hey, sweetheart, or
God,
hey, honey, or shit like that, I'm like, oh, that's so like, it's cringe and condescending, and it's just like okay.
I think when women hear sweetheart in general, that's like condescending, and then
which is strange because.
But if I get called sweetheart, I'm like, yeah.
But so in my,
you can call me that whenever you want.
There was one relationship that I was in, and she loved when I called her sweetheart.
Oh, that's
she
nice.
Absolutely loved it.
Well, it wasn't in a condescending way.
No, but it was. It was like her. It was like her.
Love language.
Turn
on.
No,
got her going.
Her name, her not nickname, but pet name.
Yes.
Because
you couldn't remember her name because of your terrible memory.
Yeah. But there's another person that I was with a couple years later that anytime I called her sweetheart, she'd be like,
"Oh, I know exactly who that is." Because anything you did, she'd go, what?
No.
Oh, really? Person. I guess it's like what I meant was like if it's a stranger. And if so, but I will say, when old ladies call me pumpkin or sweetie or something, I'm like, me? I am sweet. Yes, I will help you out of your chair. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
So
yes, we can do stuff.
I feel like I don't get enough. I don't know. I don't get a shit ton of like compliments or like get hit on a ton. So like back when I was,
Noted.
But back when I was a server, shut up. Back when I was a server, I don't know. It's kind of, that's not weird, but I loved serving gay couples because they would boost my ego like nobody's business. My regulars,
nothing like getting a gay man compliment. You know,
my
like,
regulars,
man, are you gay?
The regulars that I had were 75% gay men, gay couples or whatever. They would come in and they would ask for me to be their server.
Sorry.
And I loved, and to be honest with you,
I love gay men.
I just cut that out and let it be its own thing.
I love gay men.
I really, really, really enjoyed serving them because had a good time, could joke around. I will say there were a couple times where, what is it about gay men that?
Why did you look at me?
No, but like so, as a straight guy, you know, and I'm trying to.
Are you telling me that?
I'm trying to make sure that everyone knows that we're straight. As a straight guy, I swear I'm
me,
straight.
Colton Pettyjohn, super straight. I love breasts
and all
nice,
that comes with it.
Thick, heavy breasts and the butt cheeks that women have.
But if you, there are,
and their personalities.
There's a specific line that you can't cross with women, whether it's a stranger or a person that you know that you're not like together in that romantic way.
Yes.
You know that there are certain things that you can't say. For gay men, there's no line. They could say whatever they want to you, and there's literally nothing that you can do about it. So like there were things when I was working On the Border as a server. There were things that
I remember.
Not only so I had guys that would come in and they would sit in my section, but I also worked with a couple of gay guys, and they would say some very extremely explicit things, and I'm like, dude, that's not okay to say.
Was there a hashtag Me Too moment?
Well, it was just like, I mean, I didn't say anything because I was like, I can deal with it. But like, I went to the back and I was like,
did you make sure that if you were in a room with him, you would always have your back to the wall?
I was like,
that's so bad.
Literally one time,
like you backed out of the room.
There were I think there were three guys that I was working with during a shift, and they were all three gay, and one of them
including you, or
no, not including me.
Oh, okay.
And one of them said, Colton, if you ever choose to venture out and explore, and if you're ever curious to be with a male, let me be that person. And I was like, okay, that's flattering, but that's pretty weird. And then the guy next to him goes, no, I called dibs. And the other one was like, no, if there's anyone, and I was like, I'm extremely flattered. And I don't want you to think that I'm not, because honestly, I think getting a compliment from a gay guy is, it may be better than getting a compliment from a straight woman.
Yeah.
Because gay guys have extremely high standards.
Yeah, they do.
You've got to be like, you've got to be clean cut, put together.
I almost said, yeah, we do. Yeah, we have really high standards.
But like, so I was like flattered, but I was also like, guys, I was like, dude, I understand.
Don't I get a say in this?
I understand what women feel like when like guys gawk over them.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm not a piece of meat. Like, I have to, I have a say in this.
Can I say that I don't want any of you?
What if I was just like
dark, tall, and handsome fella?
I mean, to be honest with you,
Dick
no matter what you said, Jimothy over there is probably my choice.
Did you use a name that like isn't a name, so some guy wouldn't be like, "Hey, my name is Brian." Wait, hold on. Man.
I was gonna say Jeremy, but there was a guy that I worked with named Jeremy,
and
he was not gay.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. What if you called dibs? I like that I called dibs. You didn't do a gay voice, which is upsetting. Well, you kind of did 'cause it's your normal voice, but
they didn't have like a super like flamboyant.
Wait a minute.
I mean, there was one of them that did.
Didn't one of them, and correct me if I'm wrong here, didn't one of them star in films?
Yes, and he.
And if you don't catch my drift, I don't mean I don't mean Finding Nemo or anything.
He told me his stage name, and he asked me to look him up, and I said no.
And then you did.
I did not. I've never looked him
actually,
up.
I
but
did.
I said when you were dating someone at the time, and I was talking to both
female.
of you guys.
It was a female.
I was talking to both of you guys, and I was talking to you about this. No, situation.
What? Stop saying both of you guys. I was with a woman.
Both of you people. And
yeah, you did. You told me his name, and I was like, "Well,
and you guys both looked him up." And so, to be honest, I didn't have to look him up because
I did that for you.
He added me on Snapchat, and one day sent me a picture. And again, if I was a straight guy sending a random unsolicited picture of my wang to a woman, that would be like sexual harassment.
Yeah,
but this guy can unsolicitedly send his donger to me, and
no,
I saw it and I was like, dude.
And then you screenshot it and sent it to me,
and I said, congratulations. But
that's why you were in movies. No, but I speaking on the unsolicited that you were saying, unsolicited. There is, that I watched the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
And
I actually really like
Sandberg.
Yeah.
And Carrie Trues. No. And I was on the Brooklyn Nine-Nine subreddit, and someone made a post that had the most upvotes I've ever seen in my life. And it said, "Why is it okay for Gina to sexually harass Terry in the show?" And it's weird because you never think about women also sexually harass men. I'm not saying it's as well. I don't know. I see. Anytime I take a stance on something, I feel bad because I don't want to be on the wrong side.
Yeah.
But also, men, chill out. Their eyes are up here, man.
Okay.
I do have this joke. Oh yeah, you can cut it in just a second. But whenever people look at my shoes or my pants, they're like, "Hey, I really like your whatever," and I go, "Excuse me, my eyes are up here. I'm not a piece of meat." And then I point to my penis. If it's a man, if it's a woman, I probably still will do it.
So,
can we also talk about how I can get away with stuff?
Yes.
Okay, but we do it later.
Okay, so
not like that. That sounded like I, touched a little boy or something.
No.
I did not do that.
So there have been a couple different situations in my professional career.
Oh, I just saw Justin Bieber back here.
Hell yeah, my guy. That's my dude. I think that's maybe my favorite pop. And
honestly,
you know who gave it to me?
Your gay friend.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, damn. Well, I set myself up for that because I did buy him that.
Yeah. So there have been a couple different situations where in the workplace, I've had comments or there were things done or said that, looking back, I was like, that's probably not okay. Mm-hmm. But because it's a female and I'm a male, it's okay for them to say or do those things to me. So 2 different occasions. One of them was I was at work and I had just gotten a haircut, and when the last several years I've gotten the same haircut or similar, where I get like a 1 faded up into a 2 and then trimmed on top.
Dude, your fade looks great.
I mean, I haven't gotten a haircut in a long time.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You should fix that.
Oh, okay.
Leave your beard how it is, but get that fade, dude.
No, I definitely need to get my haircut soon. But
if you want compliments from a gay man, you get that fade back.
Okay.
And I will compliment you.
From a gay
I
man.
like women.
So I got my haircut, and when it's cut to a 1 or whatever like that, it's super, super short and it's very bristly. You know what I mean?
I love messing with it.
Yeah, it's great feel. So I was just chilling at work, and a female came up to me.
Oh.
And she goes, "Oh my God, I love it when guys get a fresh haircut." And she came up and she grabbed my head, the back of my head, and started rubbing it like, well, I can't do it because your hair is long. But that doesn't mean you should cut it. But she was like, "Oh my gosh, I just love a friend." Yeah, and she was doing that, and I was like, okay, so this is kind of uncomfortable. Can you kindly stop?
So she wasn't hot?
She wasn't ugly, but she was also about 10 years older than me.
That's okay.
And I think I was married at the time. So I was just like, okay, all right, that's enough. So, other situation, I was at work and this lady was asking if I was wearing steel-toed shoes because at this one job that I had, there were certain areas where you had to wear steel toes. Like if you were walking in that area, you had to have steel toes because
steel-toed boots.
Drop parts or objects or whatever.
Steel boot goofing.
So, anyways, so I was wearing dress shoes that day. Oh. And most days I wear my steel toes no matter what, just because I never know when I have to go to those areas and I don't want to have to switch the shoes. Mm-hmm. So I was wearing dress shoes and the lady looked at me. She looked down at me and she goes, "Wait, I saw you in another area where it required steel toes. Were you wearing steel toes back then?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Yeah, but I changed shoes." And she was like, "Okay." Because I never really notice what shoes you're wearing. I'm always looking at you because you're just so handsome. And I never recognize what shoes you're wearing.
That's nice.
Yeah. But it's uncomfortable because it was a little more than that. I mean, it was like, you're so handsome, but she's in her like late 50s to 60s.
Oh, she's on her way out.
There were several comments that she would make towards me. She was like, "I don't know how you're single," and stuff like that. And I was just like, it feels good. And to be honest with you, I'm not ungrateful for those compliments because it's nice to hear. But it's also like, if I said that to a woman, I would get fired.
Yeah. Well, didn't one of your female cohorts say that someone that she worked with, older male, said, "Hey, ma'am, can you come over here?" or whatever. And he goes, "Why don't you sit on my lap?"
Oh.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
No.
Don't tell a lady to sit on your lap. Unless you are Santa Claus, you cannot tell someone to sit on my lap.
And even if you're Santa Claus, well, I was about to say it.
You cannot.
Better be a child, but that's...
Honestly, I only do that when I'm not Santa Claus. No, hey, you can't pin an employee to your lap saying, I need this. No, well, I was going to cut back a little bit, but this is going to sound weird or whatever, but it's fine. Get the fuck over it. Mm-hmm. Do you mind less when she's attractive? When you get sexually harassed?
100%. But it's the same. Is
it with women too?
But it's the same thing with women.
Like, do you think if a 6 foot, now look, ladies, I'm making this guy up, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm making him up, all right? Don't go and run and get your towels, okay? A 6'4" fella, nice 6-pack, nice big old arms, tan,
full head of hair,
swooshed over just the way you like it. Blue eyes, maybe a headband swooshed over. He's 5'11". Maybe could be a little bit more tan. Could be a little bit better in shape. Has a podcast. I don't know. No, but I'm saying, like, if a 6'4" guy with nice old muscles and a nice tank top, maybe his shirt fell off. I don't know. Maybe he's at the beach, right? And he walks up to you and he goes, and he has an accent, and he goes, "Hello,
mate.
Hey there, love. No, love.
Hello, love.
You're not just." And he goes, "I wouldn't mind bending you over
and showing you the
50 states. You don't think that you would be like, "Okay, please do."
Start with Alaska. I don't know. But
I'll give you the first one. It's Alaska. But then if a 5'8" guy who always wears a hat on the podcast, size 8 shoe, drinking a beer with a nice beard, comes up to you and says, "Hey, my name's Colton Pettyjohn. Can I?" No. But if like a fat, overweight guy with a skullet, you know what a skullet is?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that actually. No,
you shouldn't. You should grow your hair out. Don't do that. I literally just told you to cut it again. You should cut it. But yeah, if a fat guy comes up to a lady and is like, "Hey, doesn't have an accent. He has a country accent, and he's like, "Oh God, how am I? What's a country accent sound like? Help me."
I mean, what do you mean? It's
Like,
hey man, what's up?
Hey,
what you doing?
Hey there we go.
Hey baby, hey sweetheart.
I would have slipped into a different one.
You wanna get over here and bend right over so I can give you a couple spankings for good luck? Is it your birthday? Happy birthday! Let me give you $22.
That's all I can afford.
$2. I'll slip them right into your panel line. I don't know, but it does.
Honestly,
make 100%,
I'm getting a little.
It does make a difference.
Get a little hot in here from that
because and
but that's the thing.
So I wouldn't do that, period, because
well, you're not overweight and have a skull.
But I also am very, very careful with what I say around women, period, just because I know what it can turn into, and I don't want any of that.
Yeah, you want to be respectful.
Business. Yeah,
being a respectful human being is really not that hard.
No, I know, but it's
and that's
also
for me. I'm not saying you aren't.
It doesn't necessarily have to do with not being respectful, but like even if you're being respectful, there are some things that can be said that can be misconstrued as
sexual harassment.
Yeah, taken too far, and so I always try to err on the side of caution.
Right.
And like I don't know, I guess every job that I've had since I was an adult, I've been very, very careful with my interactions with females, and I'm very careful. I try not to touch them. Period.
Touch them. Yeah, you don't unless it's a handshake.
Yeah,
even then, like when do you shake hands with women unless it's like very formal when you first meet them?
Yeah,
because you don't need to touch a lady's lower back when you're passing them. And you don't have to do that.
So,
but ladies, if you're passing me, touch my ass. I don't care. Give it a squeeze. I really, honestly, I don't give a shit if someone gropes my cheeks, full hand, kisses me on the neck, breathes down my neck, calls me a slut, whatever, dude. I really spits on me. I was a me, but no, but like in all like in a work setting, I think it's complete. But men, yeah, like at there was one time, and this was. I'm using it as an excuse, but I was very drunk one time. Mm-hmm. And luckily this lady was my girlfriend at the time, so I didn't really sexually harass anyone because she enjoyed it. But I was at a very crowded bar, but in my head I was like, I was walking past. This was when I lived in Colorado. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I lived in Colorado. It was a very crowded bar, and I was walking past, and in my head I was like, hey, she's hot, and that's my girlfriend. Yeah, I'm going to go squeeze her. And I went and squeezed her butt. And then when I did that, there was a girl very similar to her next to her. She turned, but I did squeeze my own girlfriend's butt. But at that time, I was very not sober. And the other girl's face turned, and I went, oh, God. Oh, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And then my girlfriend turned around. She was like, sorry for what? And I was like, oh. We should probably leave. Yeah. But like, don't ever like, don't ever go up to a random person and squeeze their butt cheeks. Thank God it was my girlfriend at the time. My God. But then I can't remember if you were in the car with me. I was in the back seat. No, I was with my mother. What? And I was with my mom and my brother, and we were driving in Arlington. I don't know why I slowly said it, but this isn't. Anyway, but the windows were down, and there was someone. This time it was not the person I thought it was, and I yelled, "Hey, nice ass!" right to this guy that I thought it was, and then the lady turned. I went, "Oh, I don't know them at all," and she saw that I was, I think, handsome, I guess, and went, "Thanks," and I went, "I'm so sorry," and then I was like, I should have gotten her number or something. But is it worse that you think about, like, maybe it's just because human beings are shallow in general, but like if someone is handsome or if they're hot, considered hot, quote unquote, that it's okay. But when you're ugly or creepy, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, there shouldn't be a distinction between the two, but there is. Yeah. And there always will be. People that are more attractive will get away with worse than people that.
Thank you.
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, dang it. But I also don't try and push my luck. Or do I? According to you, I do sometimes. Not with like groping people, but saying things.
Well, I think with you, there's just something about you that, well, you're known widely as, the funny guy. And so there are things that you can say to certain people that if I tried to say them to someone, they would get offended or they would be like, what?
I honestly don't think that that's true. I think that you have the same amount of pull as I do.
No, I mean, okay, so me as an example, maybe I don't think I have the same amount of pull, but I'm probably closer than others. But like I think
you're just more professional and more like mature in general.
I just think that you can say things, and I mean, because we've talked about this before, but like there are certain things that if I said around my mom would be like, Colton.
Well, that's your own mother.
Then when you say it's like, oh, that's true. And it's the same thing with my dad. It's like most people, they know who you are, and so they know that you push the limit.
And there's no hope.
It's just fun. And they also know that when you say those kind of things, there's no malice behind it. There's no, like, you're not being mean or rude. You're not like maliciously saying these things. You're just saying it because it's funny. And so
I think my thing is I say something to get a rise out of somebody. Whenever I can get someone to go, Drew, my God, and then they laugh after, I'm into it.
Yeah, but you also know a line. Like you say things to get a rise, but also to get that laugh.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You don't say things to get a rise and then
offend someone.
They're just pissed off the whole night.
Right. I mean? Some people, that's like Winston on New Girl when he was like, he either goes too far with a prank or not far enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's like, I don't know. I think if I can have a conversation with someone after about 5 minutes, maybe a couple back and forths, I can pretty much figure out what they think is going to be funny or not. Yep. If it's a girl with a different colored hair than blonde, brown, or red or black, if it's like blue, red, purple, I'm not saying anything disrespectful because they will complain to a manager. And they're feminists. There's very big feminists. If you hear our dogs, it's because someone is sneaking into our house and stealing all of our things. But I was going to say something really quickly before we got to anything. Oh, well, we can't. We have 9 minutes left.
God, I'm about to piss my pants.
Oh,
too.
Colton's about to piss his pants. But you know what? Why don't we just end it here so you can unpiss your pants? I think we went a little long with the intro anyway. But guys, I do want to say thank you for watching on our YouTube channel. I don't think we ever actually mentioned our social medias ever. Maybe the last time we have was episode 4. Which, by the way, have you tried to go back and watch them?
Rough.
They're good, but they suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're good if you don't ever have to watch them again. But if you ever want to rewatch our episodes, they get good around episode, what are we on, 38? 38. So just start at 38 on. Oh.
I think we've had a couple.
No, we've had a couple of episodes. No, they're good. But like, I just mean like, because we're more professional. Well, our set is more professional.
Yeah, for sure.
Mics, camera, action. But anyway, if you want to follow us on social media, we will post updates on our Instagram. If for any reason we're ever late on an episode because I'm too lazy to film one with Colton or edit it, that'll always be on our stories. On Instagram, we are at reallyrandumb, I believe, right? And then Facebook as well, facebook.com/reallyrandumb.
We just jumped on TikTok.
We're on the old TikTok train. We're going to start uploading some
Really
clips
Randumb
fairly soon. So if you are a TikToker, please share clips, whatever you do to make us TikTok famous. And we only want to use you to get famous.
Wow. Yes.
That's true.
Also, let us know if there's any sort of, I mean, I know this is so old, but like, let us know if there's any sort of like, I don't know, TikTok trend or challenge that you want us to try to fumble our way through.
Yeah. There are some that come through that are really good, and some that I look at and I'm like, huh? But it's also like Instagram stuff which we've talked about how shitty Instagram things are with the whole, remember like the Facebook, Twitter, the pictures. Anyway, whatever. But again, thank you guys for watching. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/reallyrandumb. And if you don't know already, it's back here. So read your things back here. And it's RANDUMB. And thank you for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pornhub audio. I don't know what else is
I
there.
don't think there's Apple anymore. I think not Apple. I think Google switched over to YouTube Music.
Oh, that's nice. That's something that the old youths would have told us about.
Mm-hmm.
But at every single end of the episode, starting it whenever the hell this happened, we got our homeboy with a bunch of talent, Clancy, with the best outro of all time, which we're about to do.
Love you, Clancy.
Ready?